Hating, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of the disrespect, let it begin as we bring it to you live. Freebird rules for another edition of On the Money podcast. The three-man band back in the building.
Three-man band.
For what is going to be, I keep saying it over and over. We keep kicking the goalposts down each and every week, but this is the biggest week by far. This right here. This waiver wire might have been one of the biggest waiver wires with some
big third down here.
With no big superstar name. That was on just the fact that based on what your team needed at this particular time, if you're sitting in that 5 and 6, 4 and 7 space, as some of us are, you know what I mean?
And honestly, it doesn't even. I don't even think your record has a lot to do. I mean, it does, but at the same token, with the guys that were potentially available this week in waivers, I don't even think it matters what your record is, man. If you got a good team, you might as well just go and stash some of those guys if you can, because you don't want to play against them. The Yoshivas for this week, Emmanuel Wilson's for this week,
the Wilson
potential Kenneth Gainwell run that might happen for Pittsburgh this week. Michael Wilson emerging the way he did last week, and again they already ruled out Marvin Harrison too.
No Marvin Harrison. Jacoby Brissett last week with a record 47 completions, so NFL record. He's gonna throw the ball.
Shout out to freaking Jacoby, man.
That is insane. When I saw that stat,
that was a good pickup for me. The night I picked him up against Oscar, and he's been lighting it up for me ever since, man. So I've been appreciating everything I've seen from Jacoby so far. From a fantasy standpoint.
You got their host. No Marvin Harrison. They opened up the window for Trey Benson to practice. Mercado's not going to practice. So just with that team in itself, there's just a whole lot of shuffling and moving going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I've been seeing on Twitter like Cardinals fans saying that the tank is in session and they're tanking for whatever. And, I don't know what they're tanking for. But
they've lost some pretty close games this year.
No, they have, and they're hurt. I think Jacoby's been playing better than what Murray played this year, but not having Harrison Jr. does make a bit of a difference for him. And James Conner got hurt, and then Trey Benson gets hurt, so they just haven't been able to rebound. But
Kyler Murray stinks.
The defense isn't as great. I think if the defense was better, they probably would have made a move for a Breece Hall type of player, because I think that's what that team needs is just a nasty running back, and they'll be okay.
The defense was supposed to be better.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's something they anticipated, but
I don't think that they are an appealing trade partner to other teams. I think they tried.
That's kind of the problem.
I think they definitely tried, but other teams were just like,
no, we're good.
Just like all of us when the Cardinals
we don't
were on.
Want that we don't want your picks.
Yeah, your picks.
You can keep your picks.
Your picks, we got our picks. Your talent pool. Before a couple weeks ago, Marvin Harrison was being viewed as a bust.
Yes,
and he had a couple boom weeks that you're starting to realize maybe it's not him. It was the quarterback situation.
My boy.
Chris. But yeah, I just think that with them, they kind of just got stuck in their own mess, like a lot of us with our fantasy teams. Like the Cardinals had to deal with all their injuries, like we are dealing with our injuries. They had to deal with having to use backups that they might not completely trust, ineptitude at the quarterback position. Like their whole season so far has been very similar to what we're dealing with in all these leagues.
Yeah. Honestly, it's very true. It's very true.
Jacoby Brissett is like that silver lining 12th round pick that you made that is just keeping your team in the fight, because that's really what he's doing for that football team. It's keeping them in the fight. They had their Monday night moment. They beat Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it's true. It's very true, man. I can't. It's like, again, man, I think they just should really, if they believed in this team, if anybody in the front office believed in this team, they would have made the move for a running back, I think. But I don't think they believed in the defense more than anything. Because Jacoby's, I think he's doing a very manageable job, honestly. So
it was going to be harder to make that type of a move if you were one of the teams that didn't draft one of the rookie running backs that were coming into the league this year. Like, they got Bam, right? Bam was their guy from this year's draft.
Bam Knight?
If I'm not mistaken. Is he a rookie?
I don't think so.
This is his second year? He hasn't been around for long.
I don't know.
But the Cardinals they didn't get one of those, Hamptons or
they should have.
I mean, maybe they should have. But still, I think that was more of a reason why they should have gone out and gotten one. But
they just reliable James Conner, and then Trey Benson was going to be a league-winning backup.
Honestly, they even planned. They had big plans for Benson coming into the season, even if Conner was present and healthy. The plan was to use both of them heavily and for him to get a larger workload this year. So Conner getting hurt just kind of excelled that for Benson, but then he got hurt. So
like we watched it unravel, but the truth is, it looked kind of good at first. The potential was there.
So who had Josh Allen this past week and still lost? This guy.
Really? Yeah, he gave me 60 points in East Coast, and I won. He went nuclear. We watched that game together.
I had Josh Allen and my boy Ben Barson's league and lost by like 10 points.
10?
And I had Tet in the bench.
He couldn't just get you 10
I benched Tet in every single league that I have him in last week. Every single league.
Was that his best game this year?
Huh?
Was that his best
game? His best game. And of course, it happens on the week that I bench him in every league.
He was going off this week.
I've been starting him almost every week, dude. Every week in every league.
And then
he's been like, you're 12 to 15 points and an occasional maybe like 18 to 20, but nothing more than 20. I don't think he's put up nothing more than 20 this year.
Well, my boy Bryce Young, he put on a show and was airing it out this past week.
Almost 500 yards passing.
Absolutely insane what he was doing.
Almost 500 yards passing.
And we saw an Xavier Legette sighting. I think Legette scored the first touchdown for them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Bryce Young gave me 75 points on the bench in all of my sports.
And in real life, the Panthers are 6-5.
Yes, they are.
So
one game out of first place.
They are, one game out of first place in an NFC South now with Penix is out of the picture.
No Penix, no
Bucks
London
just
this
took
week.
a loss.
Bucks just took a loss, and they are on 3 games. What, they lost 3 of the last 5, something like that?
Yep.
They're the injuries are catching up to them because they're injured and they're also playing like straight contenders every single week. And they got another one coming up on Sunday night against Matt Stafford, who hasn't thrown a pick since like week 3.
Yeah,
he has this
MVP
conversation all year long.
Rams are don't they have a top 10 pick too? Whose pick do they have?
They have the Falcons.
Yeah.
They could pick their quarterback of the future with that pick.
Wow,
how ill is that?
What a perfect position to be in as an organization.
To go from saying F them picks, right? When they traded all them picks away.
They won a Super Bowl.
They're in a position to win a Super Bowl again
and be able to draft a quarterback of the future.
Dude, the Rams are going to be
to sit a year behind.
Years,
Matt Stafford.
Obviously, they got to get the pick right, but they're going to be a problem for years. They get it right, man.
That pick doesn't start out as like, this is a top 10 pick because Falcons, they got a team. You look at them, you're like, they're going to win some games. So this is going to be, 21st overall. Right. No, look at that thing now. It's on fire. It's radiating top 10 energy because these Falcons stink. And I don't think it gets any better for them moving forward.
I don't either.
London week to week. Kirk Cousins starting this week.
I really wanted to try and trade Bijan this year. Something was just telling me that there was just something off with the Falcons team after the good start they had. And we'll see how Bijan plays moving forward. With no Penix and no London, but this Falcons team, man, they're just a super disappointment to go along with these injuries that are happening right now. So
you'd hope that no London would mean more Bijan, but it could also mean more Algier.
I mean, on the ground, even with London there, Bijan gets work in a slot, so I can see him just getting more work out there. So it's not to say the opportunity goes away from Bijan. It's just it potentially means more touchdowns for Algier.
Magoo, what's going on?
What up, Dad?
We're just getting warmed up right now. We're just sitting in where we're going over some of the cliff notes from what was on Sunday and what we're headed into this week, week 12.
Welcome to Derry. I heard that's that prequel about it.
Yeah, him and Matt been telling me to watch
You
that.
Chargers, Dolphins, Broncos, Commanders, all on bye this week.
All on buys. I mean, from a fantasy standpoint, they're kind of teams that you should be able to survive from. Sutton hasn't been the greatest wide receiver this year.
RJ's been inconsistent.
Name on that list.
A-Chain is the biggest name.
Consistent.
So
Waddle's been consistently giving 17, 18 points a game.
Waddle, the last 4 or 5 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time he drops down to a knee, man, I'm like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
A
just,
part of you just goes, no.
it's like the stress of playing.
A part of you
a
just
player
goes,
like
is
him
this it?
Just like,
Is
yeah,
this
bro.
it?
It's just running that risk every single week on top of all the other chances you take in fantasy.
No, it's true.
But not having Tyreek Hill there. Dolphins offense, hey, they won again this past Sunday morning. They have a pulse. It pissed me off the way that they won because it cost me a lot of money on Sunday. Needed that A-chain touchdown, but they
Gordon.
They found a way to make it happen. Ollie Gordon was a presence. It looks like Ollie Gordon is the goal line back for the Miami Dolphins, and
They're 4-7 now.
Yeah, 4-7.
Had they
with a
found the way to
pulse.
get the ball in the end zone 2 Thursdays ago, they might have potential being freaking 5-6 in the mix of things.
I mean, Tua threw it to the running back who was getting guarded by the
Yeah.
6'4".
They moved the ball all over the Ravens. They just couldn't score.
Couldn't punch it in.
They couldn't punch. If they found a way to punch it in, this team's 5-6, and you're sitting back going, "Oh,
They couldn't, and that's the story.
are they going to make a push?" But now it's too late.
That's kind of the story of the Cardinals, where it's like a couple of those games that the Cardinals could have won. Who knows how we're talking about them right now? Look at the Panthers are 6-5. You know what I mean? That shows you a glimpse into what the NFC wild card is looking
Dave
like.
Canales is looking like a genius, right? Like that guy is doing. Oof.
There's still people out there that don't believe in Bryce because of his size and everything like that. But
he's short.
He is. He's small, man. Small frame, short.
I don't think he's ever going to be the superstar quarterback that everybody thought he was going to be.
Right.
But I think he's going to be an adequate starter.
I mean, he's starting to turn into one at the very least.
I think with talent around him, you should be able to.
I heard Jamar Chase is a big fan of Beat Street. His favorite character was Spit. But he didn't spit. Remember? That's what he said after the game.
He said his
cameras caught his ass in
his defense
4K.
was I would have spit in his face or
Yeah.
That's your defense, bud. Jordy Nelson probably looked at him and went like, yeah.
That's a tough one too. Like it's not a season-ending injury. It's not nothing like that.
For guys that are clinging the 4 and 7 in your fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you need that cash, especially with the news of who was full participant.
Right. Yeah, Joey B is back at practice. Flacco was limited at practice, but like you said, if you're a Jamar Chase owner, it's been a bumpy ride for you, and if you are 4-7, 5-6, and you don't have him there this week, that's one of those players that it's hard to it's hard to.
Who you playing this week?
I don't know.
Me.
Oh,
it's the 5 seed versus the 6 seed.
Oh,
it's a banger, bro. I hope my guys show up this week. We got the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde effect going.
I mean, I like my team regardless, but it is going to be a tight.
It's going to be a tough one, bro. We got Tyler Shock versus Kirk Cousins. That's
Brock Purdy versus Drake May.
Brock Purdy versus Drake May at the top. That's the main event. The 2 QBs, and then our backup QBs are Tyler Shock and the New Orleans Saints taking on the Falcons. Right?
That's
They're playing each other. They're directly playing. Wow.
Yes.
Why is Dak Prescott?
We're playing each other. Saints Falcons playing each other. We got their quarterbacks. It's on like Donkey Kong this week.
That is a banger. That is Saints Falcons is a banger because it means so much for our
us.
team.
Yeah, it's big. It's definitely big, man. But I have the 1 and 2 tight ends in fantasy right now, so that helps.
Yeah,
that helps.
It's always nice to have that.
Yeah, but I mean,
I got Bowers.
I was just telling you boys this earlier. I'm 1 game out of first place. Guess what? I'm playing first place this week.
Hey, man, make it happen.
So I beat him. He turns to 7-5. I go to 7-5. We're tied. But guess what? Guess who wins tiebreakers, ladies and gentlemen?
You're playing Bills Mafia.
The guy
shout out to my boy
who
Miguel.
scored more points than anybody else in the league.
Right.
With Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatabo, and Tucker Kraft on the IR.
That's crazy.
5.
See, I didn't think my team was really going to be good or competing this year. So the fact that we're 5.
Oh, I knew my team was going to be good. Mikey always says it. I hate your team.
I know. I do hate this team. This team's really good. But
only 6.
I like my team.
Spots.
I just hate my quarterbacks.
Only 6 spots.
I want that bye. I want that bye.
Yeah, so it's going to be the prestigious bye weeks. Yes, that's right. We have a couple leagues that are only 6 playoff spots. So it's old school format. 1st and 2nd seed get the bye, and it is a absolute slaughter wildcard weekend. when the wild card teams play each other face off because all seeding gets thrown out the window completely. None of that actually matters. It's gotten to the point of the year where, I mean, like I'm looking at who I'm playing this week, but I'm also looking at who I'm playing next week. And then I'm looking at who they're playing that week and who, like, you know, based on where the seating is and what everybody's doing, just keeping tabs on everything.
I played Danny in All the Money Sports this week, so if I beat him, that gives me a cushion. And I've already got a 2-game cushion in first place, but if I beat him, that turns into a 3-game cushion. And I pretty much can win my division, and I'll be the second seed.
So out there right now, if you're watching, if you do fantasy, drop your record right now. What's the status of your football team? Are you sitting on top of the world? Or are you in that spot right now, 4-7?
Or were you one of those guys
that's the 1 seed?
Or are you one of those guys that's 1-7 and are now 4-7?
Yeah, are you in the middle of your
making
run?
that push?
Are you in the middle of your push, like super confident because you made the moves? I was telling Mikey, like, again today, I told myself, oh, I'm going to send a few trades out there, but now going into week 12, I feel like it's gotten to the point where I have like a writer's block for making trades because I don't really know what to send anybody anymore at this point, and we all just kind of got to deal with what we have, you know, whatever cards were dealt to us to this point.
After Dark Spitgate, surprised they don't report the spit stuff live instead of just punishing Ramsey. Well, that's because they didn't have the camera to catch it and the referee, but long and behold, there's cameras all over the field.
Well, we talked about it day of.
And to the question 3 and 8. Oof.
We talked about it the day of, like, oh, something's gonna happen with Jamar Chase.
Oh yeah,
they replayed it, they showed what was going on, they were talking about it as we sat and watched, you know, the Steelers get their win back from
a lot of former players were saying it should be a 2 to 3 game suspension.
It's getting chippy out there.
A lot of the former players, like, that's the most ultimate form of disrespect in the world.
No,
I think it's fair based on what they did to Jalen Carter.
So
going by that, I guess.
These guys make a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
When you get suspended for a game, we're talking about them missing a game check.
Well, he just lost $500,000
from the fine, right?
For missing the game. That's not counting the fine yet.
And it doesn't count his not getting paid. That's a game check, right?
Yeah, he's not getting paid this week.
How much money is that?
It's like
altogether, it's like $500,000.
Yeah,
it has to be more than that.
And it's going to go straight to the retirement fund.
Yeah, but that $500 doesn't include his game check, right?
No, that's his game check. Because remember, the majority of his money gets paid through bonuses before the season starts. That's how a lot of these contracts are worked. Where, like, you'll get a lot of your money in March, April, then the season, your base salary.
It that way. Michael Irvin said he's pretty much missing almost like $1.5 million.
Nah, he's missing $500,000.
Either way, $500,000 is a lot of money.
Well, the former players will be happy because that goes to their the former player retirement fund. That's where all the fines go.
Well, when you say that, it makes sense as to why former players are talking about he should be missing 2 or 3 games.
So
smart.
Maybe some of the guys should pump the brakes.
I know
that's a lot of money, bro.
I know Jalen Carter. The Jalen Carter thing. I remember a couple years ago when the Steelers had that lineman for a year. Turner, I think it was. He spit on a Raider and he got ejected out of the game too. But before that, the biggest spitgate I remember was Bill Romanowski. I think it was 98 or 99, where he spit in J.J. Stokes' face. This was what it was, the Broncos versus the Niners on a Monday night game. And straight, like, it was brutal.
J.J.
like
Stokes.
Like a loogie.
Yeah, bro. You know, Romanowski was roided up, so it's just like, rah!
Yeah, he was juiced up big time.
He was crazy.
Yeah. He's a dog.
That's been, and I also remember when Roberto Alomar spit in John Hirschbeck's face for called strikes. Look it up. He was a Cleveland Indian, was like one of the closest end of the game of the seasons, and I think he got suspended for the playoffs.
And the Bengals could use Jamar Chase this weekend because they're going up against the Patriots.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Bengals
season
can
is
use
pretty
everything
much
they
on the
need,
line.
and you know, it's not to get away from the fact that I don't think what Jamar Chase is what he did was right or okay. And listen, I'd rather you sneak me and punch me in my face than before you saw me. If I'm being honest, like that, I can't. I think spitting is the ultimate form of like showing physical disrespect to someone and everything like that. So
it was getting bad out there between them two. They were going at
and I get, I get that too.
That.
You just, when it comes to Jamar,
they were grabbing each other's face masks.
It's not
shit.
Yeah.
Like they were showing all that.
Yeah,
shit.
they showed the play before how
like they were both.
They were getting chippy, like getting in their face, and
out.
Chase grabbed his mouth guard off of his and threw it on the floor.
They kept going.
Yeah,
like they kept going with it.
Somebody said it's not the first time a Steelers safety made Jamar Chase come out of pocket. They brought on when Minka got on his nerves and he gave the double bird.
Excuse me. Damn, that's funny, man. But yeah, he's got to control himself, dude. He's definitely got to control himself. He's messing up his team this week. He's messing up our teams this week. So.
He's costing everybody potentially.
He's literally costing everybody everything.
Especially they're 3-8 now.
3-8. 3-8 with Joe Burrow on the loom of coming back. Like that's just a big loss to take with him.
A short week against the Ravens team that needs to win.
Well, no, it's the Patriots. It's them versus the Patriots.
They're even hotter.
Patriots, Ravens.
Next Thursday prime time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next Thursday prime time is Bengals Ravens. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Wait, who? Okay, so Patriots play on Thursday?
No, they play Sunday.
Yes.
It's Bengals Patriots Sunday, and then on Thursday on Turkey Day, they're the
third
Ravens.
Yeah, that's what I meant. They're playing a Ravens team that is, just as hungry as they are for the win. But
so that's going to be
in a better position to get
it. But they're probably going to be eliminated.
They got to beat the Patriots.
Yeah, they're probably going to.
Ravens game.
I will say this: the Patriots have won a lot of games in a row. It's almost as if they're due for a loss.
Yes, no, it does feel like
nice.
that.
It definitely has a
feels
nice
like a
feel for
trap game. Yes, it feels like a trap game.
At what, they're 9-2 right now?
Right. Yeah, they're due. It's almost as if they're due for that loss.
Yes. Yeah. I think that the way they beat up on the Bucs was kind of impressive to a lot of people. How they took care of them and they handled business again.
I will say this:
Thursday.
The 32nd pass defense in the league going up against Drake May and those receivers, and Booty might be back too.
Yeah, he's healthy now. He's good. He's good. Who's probably back?
I fired him up.
Your boy Ramondre.
So I don't know how Vrabel can put him back in and just.
I literally told that to you on the concert. I don't see why.
If he does that, that's crazy. But he did. However,
it's already been crazy that he took this.
However,
look at what he's doing with them.
Look what he did when he was in Tennessee. He had DeMarco Murray and Henry. Henry was a rookie. We all thought Henry was going to get all these touches, but DeMarco Murray took over.
Well,
he may play the veteran hand, which is crazy because
he's not giving anybody too much of anything. When you look at how he's spreading everything in the Patriots offense,
well,
everybody has a role.
I will say they're starting to target the shit out of Diggs.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, and Matt Collins, I think, was a lot of not having Kayshawn there.
Yeah,
like that's just a mirage.
Kayshawn's a big the deep play threat.
Yeah.
I think man.
So they're
almost like I feel like they're gonna fuck up that Cincinnati defense. I just feel like Cincinnati. Yeah, I think T. Higgins, Yoshi Voss, and Chase Brown have like crazy, like weird.
And how's Joe Burrow gonna look back if he plays first game back?
Sunday.
You don't think he plays?
I think
Sunday?
It's Flacco still Sunday.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it is. Even though he was a full participant today, if he's a full participant tomorrow and Friday, he's playing Sunday.
That's crazy.
But yeah, today is one thing. Wednesday,
that's wild.
I'll let it pass. Sunday, he gives me 2 more full days, and I'm taking.
He's firing him up.
I'm taking the
He's firing him up.
Spot. Jacoby, take a seat. Joey Ice is there. Best pick I never made.
I'm not gonna lie. If that happens, I'm gonna just have to make a drop and bring him up in Elite 8 and fire him up because I got
no more Tua.
Tua's on a bye. So I don't have a super.
You know how hype he'll be to have to put Tua in anymore.
Tua at that point, Tua will have been replaced. It'll be Marcus Mariota, Drake May, and Joe Burrow.
I was thinking about dropping McCarthy in the Elite 8 until Penix blew his knee out.
Now you need to start McCarthy.
No, I need him.
He stinks.
I don't need to start him. I need him.
He really stinks, terrible.
Yeah,
I
got him in dynasty too. He's my dynasty quarterback. Okay.
Remember when I said like the Vikings are trying not to start him? Like this is that. Like there's a reason why they kept throwing Carson Wentz out there.
This draft a quarterback in next year's.
So Brissett's gonna have to get cut from the Obi-Wan Kenobis, huh?
What happened?
You're going to be cutting Brissett if
once
Burrow gets elevated?
I think I'm cutting Bryce, if I'm being honest.
Keeping Brissett and cutting Bryce. Yeah, that'd be an interesting pickup for a playoff team.
Yeah, because I'll keep Jacoby as my third stringer.
Yeah,
because I only need Jacoby for the bye week 14.
How about Jake back from the dead?
Because if Joe
Jake may have to change his team name from next season.
Also, if the Bengals lose, I don't think he plays on Sunday. If they lose on Sunday, are you still gonna do your whole comeback on Thursday night? Like, are you like for what?
He'd be fresh.
To be a spoiler?
Why not, man?
What?
It's the AFC North. They hate each other.
If Flacco's not healthy and Burrow's not healthy, is that Browning? There's a chance we see Jake Browning
on Thanksgiving.
Like
I'll throw up all my Thanksgiving food if I have to watch Jake Browning.
Bro, Flacco's old, bro. So let's say he could play this week. He's not throwing at all. He's gonna start throwing tomorrow. So they're already managing like how many throws he's doing during the week at practice.
Listen, let's just hope that Burrow gives us 2 more days of full practice, so that way we can just settle our minds on it being Burrow that start. Burrow gives us 2 more days of full practice. He's starting on Sunday, dude.
That's spicy.
You gotta start on Sunday.
I don't want to see Browning out there ever again.
Never.
I don't want that.
I'd rather watch 4 hours of Dylan Gabriel football than Jake Brown.
We're about to see some Shedeur Sanders football.
You know what, man? I was talking shit on Shedeur with Matt last week, but I mean the kid's he hasn't even practiced with that team that he's out there with.
Dude, this week backups never really get.
That team.
Here's a misconception. Everybody was mad at Stefanski because he didn't have any reps. Blah blah blah. If you go back and watch, go to Twitter and look at former players. Will tell you like, yo, the backups never really get reps. He goes, the starting quarterback gets all the reps in practice because guess what? The starting quarterback is playing the game.
I heard Tiki say the same thing. Definitely heard Tiki say the same thing, but when he's your number 2,
it'd be nice to give him a few reps, right?
They play this.
They're both rookies. My thing is they're both rookies. Obviously, Gabriel isn't the answer. He's not the future.
They said
obviously they thought Gabriel's better than him, so something's up.
They felt the need to say.
What does Stefanski see something in practice that makes him look at Shedeur and go, "I don't want to play you"?
Well, did you watch him play on Sunday?
It looked the same.
Yo. Everybody's looking at Stefanski like, why haven't you started? Stefanski's looking at everybody like, you see why, right?
What?
They look the same to me, honestly.
Honestly, Dylan Gabriel kind of stabilized that offense. I'm not saying he's playing great. I'm not saying
it has not been great.
However, it was consistent with the running game. The running game was consistent. He was getting runs.
Am I happy the Giants didn't draft Sanders? Of course I'm happy the Giants didn't draft him.
You sure? Because Joe Shine was ready to draft him.
Oh, yeah, that's why I want him gone.
Joe Shine said he was the best quarterback in the draft.
Yeah. The Browns said that Dylan Gabriel
obviously he doesn't know a damn thing.
The starter. Even when he's healthy, Dylan Gabriel is going to be the starter for the Browns. So this whole thing with Sanders is just merely
it's a 1 week thing.
Yeah, this is a rental situation.
Yeah.
Sanders going up against the Raiders.
Hopefully he plays good Sunday. If he plays good Sunday, then hey,
force them to,
Stefanski might have to change his
It's up to him. Yeah, it's really up to him at this point. But he needs.
I don't care.
You think he plays good?
Just find a way to get the damn ball to Quinshon Junkins for my fantasy team.
I think
get him back on track. Damn it!
I think he's athletic enough to make things happen.
Not to jump too far ahead, but my streaming option at defense for the week this week is the Raiders defense because I don't think Sanders is going to be good.
Oof.
And I don't think the Raiders are good. I just think it's a good matchup for the Raiders.
Well, the Raiders can get to the quarterback. That's
yes,
one thing
they can. They can get some pressure, and that is the perfect formula to win this.
Yeah, the Cleveland Browns offensive line is horrible.
You're right, Chris. Got to be ready for anything mentally.
Yes.
Of a backup. You can't be sitting there using excuses because I can get reps. I will say the refs blew the 4th down call. Kyle Hamilton was clearly offsides. He was clearly in the neutral zone on that 4th and 5. And that's why the pressure was there and the refs didn't call it. But you know what? The refs have just been blowing games
it's not
all
the first
year.
Bad call that they've made.
Just like they blew that pass interference against A.J. Brown in the Detroit game. Like that was a terrible blown call too.
That was horrible.
Hey, them Lions, huh?
Or the pass interference to OPI. You weren't here. The OPI they called on DK on Sunday that never gets called.
Yeah.
There was a lot of horrific calls this week where you're like, what are you doing? I'm tired of officials being the outcome. Like, that flag at the end of Sunday night's game should have never came out.
Yeah.
You don't call that in the middle of a game, so why are you calling that at the end of a game? However,
I agree.
that doesn't take anything away from Dan Campbell just want to be all in.
5 times.
All in. Like, bro, you don't got to go all in every single drive, dog. Take the points.
They stopped the tush push back-to-back times, which was awesome.
Guess what? You went 0 for 5 on 4th down. 5 times 3 is 15.
But, like, bro.
15 plus 9 is 24. You beat the Eagles 24-16.
Was he in field goal range every single time? I don't
think he was every single time.
All right.
Still.
Say 3 times.
There was a couple times where they could have taken the points. 2 out of 5 at least, man.
Yeah.
And then we might be having a different conversation.
And Jared Goff outside. Oh. Luckily for Jared Goff, for the rest of the season, he plays in a dome.
Well, his next 3 are in a dome.
Yeah.
He's not outside for like another 3 weeks.
Yeah, so
he's outside for your fantasy playoffs. Like the first week of the fantasy playoffs. I don't know.
Depends where.
I haven't looked at week 15 yet because it's just like this last.
We're talking Miami, then it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Or
yeah, if he's going to like Florida, I guess it doesn't mean as much. But like, I mean,
unless it rains.
Lions need to go out there and beat a team.
I still like the Lions team. They still have the players on that team are very good players.
So they are.
Yes.
They are getting a lot of their defensive starters back.
That too.
Do they miss Ben Johnson though?
I think so. I think
they miss Ben Johnson more than they miss Aaron Glenn.
Yes.
Yes. Like, is that what we're seeing? Is just the Ben Johnson not being there?
I think the fact that Dan Campbell, I don't know if he had to take over play.
Their last game of the year is in Chicago. Other than that, it's
all in the dome.
Dome.
They go to play
dome.
Okay, so
dome.
Might work out.
Dome.
It works out. So
they got a get right game this Sunday. Sorry, Mike.
Lions will be in.
It won't be good. They'll win, but they won't get right.
Then they
Why? Because there's something wrong with them.
Right? Then they got another chance.
The Giants.
They got another chance in another get right game the following week against Dallas.
Lions.
Dallas. Oh no! They got the Packers. They should beat the Packers. Are frauds.
They're going to get their lick back from the Packers.
The Packers are frauds. I said it. I'm willing to bring on all the smoke. I'll take it.
The Packers are going to sweep them this year. I told him I don't think so.
The Packers are not that good.
Alexis, what up, bro?
Bro, when they lost, what's going on, Sherm? When Tucker Kraft went down, the Packers kind of lost a lot of that.
They lost their heart.
Yeah, they lost a lot of that fire because all of a sudden. Like Christian Watson made some amazing catches throughout the last couple of weeks, but you can't rely on that each and every week.
And now Josh Jacobs, there's no structural damage to his knee, but are you really going to run him out there?
I mean, as long as Emmanuel Wilson plays fine, there's no reason to.
We got to see how long Emmanuel Wilson is going to be starting or how well right now
right now it's just this week, but it could be longer.
The verbiage is day to day.
I'm them. I like you got a 4-day turnaround because you got to play next Thursday on Thanksgiving, and you're the early game. Yeah. So I wouldn't play him for the next 2 weeks. That's just me.
Yeah,
I'd wait 2 weeks.
Makes sense. I forgot that they were the first game for Thanksgiving.
They need him. Can they afford to lose 2 games right now?
What up, sir?
Can they afford to lose 2? What up, bro?
Yeah, but
like, can they take? If we talk about them losing, they'll be 5 and.
Who do they play
8?
this weekend? The Packers.
The Packers have. Where are they at here? Packers have the Vikings.
They should win. JJ McCarthy's a bum.
Shit.
I was so wrong on that kid.
I need him, guys. Chill.
He's on my taxi squad in Kingpins, and he's going to stay there for the rest of his career.
Bro,
I'll take a 4th round pick for him.
Having to the whole.
It's got to be in this draft. I'm not waiting 2 years from now.
No. Why it got to be in this draft? What are you talking about?
No,
we're just talking about how
it's called ammunition, bro. I want my picks this year. I don't want to wait 4 years from now for him.
We'll talk after the draft.
He's ruining Justin Jefferson right now with his behavior.
Bro, they're talking about I keep seeing on Twitter the Giants should trade the second overall pick for Justin Jefferson.
Second overall pick?
Yeah. To pair Jetta with Neighbors and that the Giants offense would be unstoppable.
There's still ways they can be stopped.
I mean, the Giants offense is already putting up.
The Giants offense is averaging almost 26, 27 points a game.
Since start,
It's the defense can't stop a Colts.
Terrible throw from Winston. You know, if
that wasn't his fault, man.
It wasn't a terrible throw.
Where he threw the ball, that's where Jalen Hyatt was supposed to be.
Couldn't make the catch.
Yeah.
Even if Hyatt couldn't make the catch, he should have been in position to stop the defender.
Jalen Hyatt was supposed to break out. He broke in.
Are we throwing to Jalen Hyatt for the game winner? Yeah, you don't. He's
never there. He stopped running. He pretty much stopped running on the route. He's seen Hyatt seen the safety over top and just.
Yeah, it was
the
dumb.
ball ain't coming.
So J-Mo, it was like when you're playing Madden.
Look at Chris. That
J-Mo
was Hyatt.
J-Mo knew what he was doing. He knew he was throwing into the double coverage, and he threw it in a spot where if his receiver couldn't get it, at the very least, receiver should be able to pat the ball down. Oh, that's what J-Mo did.
Or maybe they should have did a better play and targeted Hodgins.
He stopped, right, Chris.
Hodgins was.
I don't understand a kid like Hyatt that you're coming from out of Tennessee who had so much promise. You're not getting no burn on this team. Dable pretty much hated your ass, and now he's not there. And this is your one time to shine, bro. You get your one chance. You've been getting opportunity all day, and you stop running on a route. That's how you end the game. Stop running your route, bro.
That's why he wasn't getting the burn.
That's crazy.
He goes out there.
That's crazy.
Listen,
guess who drafted him?
The other one.
Guess who drafted him?
Lil Jordan Humphrey.
I will say this though.
Jesus
both
Christ,
those guys
bro.
came out of Tennessee, and we thought they were going to be superstars. Him and Tillman.
Oh, I know.
And they turned into complete
you couldn't tell me nothing. When we took Hyatt in the third round, I called my dad immediately. I said, I think we just got the biggest steal in the draft. Jalen Hyatt was nasty in Tennessee.
Yes, he was.
Tillman was okay
nasty
last year.
Him and Hendon Hooker were nasty combinations.
Cedric Tillman though can't stay healthy, so I'm not gonna make an excuse for Tillman. It's the fact that he can't he can't stay on the field. But last year he was good. This year, maybe it's just
I don't understand why the Giants
receiver for the Browns
in that position. Why are you not drawing up plays for like a Theo Johnson or Wandell? Like Wandell was converting everything.
He gets peppered, but it's just the players are too vanilla. Theo is coming into his own the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Vanilla plays.
They are,
I know all
bro.
about vanilla plays.
They are, bro. The vanilla, the plays that they're drawing up for Wanda are vanilla as fuck.
I love screens on 2nd and 13. Bro.
Oh my god, I was literally just about to say. I said they're giving this guy screens on second down, like second and 12.
Defense is already on the running back. We're still gonna throw it to him.
Yep. Oh my god, bro, it's so frustrating.
I know all about that.
It's so frustrating, and I don't know how people are defending what we're watching as Giants fans right now, dude. Like I really don't know how people are doing.
I don't defend the Titans. You guys know that. There's not a fight. There's not a defend there.
People that are defending Joe Shane is fucking disgusting. Like it's disgusting, bro. I mean, I don't understand how you want this guy
who will survive.
How you guys want to keep this guy around? Apparently, Maryland wants to keep him around to have a voice in the office because he's stepping aside due to the cancer and everything like that. You know what, man? I sympathize for cancer, but at the same time, you were making these decisions. So his brother Chris is being involved. They're saying it's being reported that Chris is stepping up and going to be involved heavily in day-to-day operations. But one of the main reasons why Shane is supposedly staying or sticking around because John trusts Shane and wants Shane to be his voice in a sense in the office. Whoa. Like, if that ain't trust, I don't know what is, and I don't know why he trusts this guy, bro. I don't know why he trusts this guy.
I don't know. You guys are gonna have your own entrance on Hard Knocks. You guys are gonna have your own full 15 minutes with the recap of the last time you guys were on it.
Yo, John,
up until present day.
John, I hope you get better, bro. But these are bad decisions after bad decisions after bad decisions, dude.
And it doesn't get any easier with Detroit this week.
No, it doesn't, man.
We don't know if Dart is going to be playing.
And bro, I mean, I don't expect us to have any kind of lead going into the fourth quarter or even potentially taking a lead in the fourth quarter. But if it happens again where we blow another fourth quarter lead, It's like, what are you doing?
I think this feels like one of those weeks where it's like the Lions once again have egg on their face because they lost to a team that's winning, so they're going to come in.
I thought they were going in last week angry. I expect them to come in.
I think they're going to be pissed.
Another underachieving players getting benched second week in a row. Keon Coleman.
Are they benching him again?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Talk about not fully running your routes out. I wonder what that situation's about.
Just got reported.
It's very similar to Abdul Carter.
Bills wide receiver Keon Coleman is likely to be inactive for his second consecutive game.
Wow.
According to Eric Turner of Cover One, who first reported that Coleman will be a healthy scratch Sunday against the Buccaneers. It hasn't been fully explained why Coleman is falling out of favor in Buffalo, but Coleman afterward acknowledged that he needs to be better, and Coach McDermott said he needs to see Coleman show growth to get back on the field.
I swear I heard something about him missing meetings.
It's wild that you think
so.
About
your receivers again this week are Josh Palmer, Elijah Moore, Shavers, Khalil Shakir, and Gabe Davis.
Dawson Knox, because Kincaid ain't playing.
And this was just reported at 7:59 by Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's got to be something to that, bro.
He might get cut.
They're willing to risk it without him. One less pass catcher up against the Texans.
They used a second round
Night
on him,
Football.
right? I think it was a second round pick on him.
Yeah, he was a second round pick.
A lot of the hype that was on Jalen Hyatt,
I know,
was on Keon Coleman.
This guy was hyping
Coleman again. Another guy who was nasty in Florida State. I seen that kid do some crazy stuff in Florida State.
We thought this was a win for Buffalo.
I thought it was
finally,
a huge win.
Like post Stephon Diggs.
Now I would say, even when they drafted him, that I didn't think that he was the type of receiver they needed, because I think Buffalo needs your 6'4" Justin Jefferson type of receiver. But I thought that was going to be, two little guys like him and Shakir running around. It would have been a little tough to defend, I thought.
Shakir's running around for nothing. Just out there running.
He's just getting cardio.
He's just getting.
I feel bad for him sometimes, bro.
Just getting.
He's not a number one wide receiver, so I don't. It's not his fault that he can't do number one wide receiver things, because he's not a number one wide receiver.
He needs to be.
Like, I don't expect
Justin Jefferson.
Yes, exactly. He needs that guy.
That's what a Justin Jefferson or a Jamar Chase.
You put Khalil Shakir,
CeeDee Lamb.
Let me rephrase that. You put any one of those top receivers on Buffalo, and Shakir looks like a completely different wide receiver. I promise everybody that. Because he's a good, very talented wide receiver. He's just undersized. He's not strong. He's not the fastest, but he runs good. He's kind of like Devontae, like a small version of Devontae, bro. But Devontae was big, strong, and runs crisp, clean routes. It's like Ocho Cinco. He wasn't the fastest, but he fucked you up in the beginning of his route to the point where his separation was 4 yards at a time.
But we're tonight, Bills, or tomorrow, I should say, Thursday night, Bills, Texans. This is an opportunity for Shakir to step up against a team that they should be able to beat.
I mean, yeah.
And he might not.
He didn't even put up a point last week. Okay, he gave me 0.7 points. That's what he did for me in fantasy. I benched 10 for Shakir last week. They benched Keon. I'm like, all right, and I have Josh Allen in that league, so I'm like, you know what? Let me stack it up.
That's disgusting.
Let me stack it up. So I lost by 10 points. I could have beat the guy by 23. Could have beat him by 23. It's crazy, dude.
When you finally get the goal of the bench Tet, and he goes off on
and
the
he
bench,
goes off,
and Shakir gives you a 0 in a game that was
a
lot of offense. Had nothing.
There was
0.7.
offense. We watched that game. We didn't even see him. We didn't even think in the moment, out of sight, out of mind. But we had the Bucks and Bills game in the corner, and it was just the Josh Allen show. Minus 6 touchdowns.
Right, minus 6 touchdowns.
No cameo. Shavers. That's the one that pissed me off, because that was the Khalil Shakir touchdown. Anytime that I bet. And I look at the name and I see Shavers, and I'm just like, I was still pissed off about the A-Chain thing in the morning. So when I saw Shavers score, it was just like, this is one of those Sundays, bro.
Who scored? Was it Ollie Gordon that scored?
Ollie Gordon.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I was heated when
Ollie Gordon,
bro. I was eating breakfast at the block.
Ollie Gordon at the
and I'm like, yo, did Ollie Gordon just fucking run that ball?
Pissed me off. And then A-Chain gets tackled at the 1 yard line. They give it back to him. He gets stuffed, and then they end up settling. They don't They don't get the touchdown.
Taking a look, it's
Crazy,
something
dude.
else.
It's so crazy, man.
But he was this close. It was just those
I know you.
plays and those moments that'll burn you. And Khalil Shakir is one of those
I know
guys.
I put a $5 live bet with a boost for Waddle, and I didn't realize the timing of the fourth quarter. I was like, shit. And then I seen these guys just drain the clock.
What you put a bet for in the score?
In the fourth quarter, yeah. I didn't realize how much time was left. No wonder the odds were so high.
Yeah. It sucks.
like this, like when all's said and done, like Shakir's going to be one of those forgotten players. He's not, unless he does something anytime soon. It's not.
Well, again, man, I don't think that's
you
his
just
fault.
fade. You're going to become a Baltimore Raven and just get used like one of those guys.
I just don't think it's his fault, man.
I think tomorrow
Josh
night,
Allen isn't Tom Brady. He can't make your, Shakir look like Wes Welker.
he should.
Tom Brady would distribute to other people, whereas Josh Allen takes more onto himself. That's why sometimes you see him kind of just explode.
Yeah, like scoring 2 touchdowns this week when he couldn't score 1 last week.
Who?
Josh Allen. For my parlay 2 weeks ago.
He scored 6 this past week.
Yeah, bro, 60 points in the East Coast is crazy because they don't have those same type of bonuses.
Right.
So
what did he do on the money? I didn't even see.
80 something.
Oh wow.
He went off. And that game gave you what you needed, unless you were banking on Khalil Shakir doing something.
Right.
Basically. Right. And now on a short turnaround, which
it's going to be interesting tomorrow night. Yes, because Houston's defense is really good
at everything.
But their offense, I don't see Davis Mills beating the Bills, but did anybody see 2 on the Dolphins beating the Bills 2 weeks ago?
No.
Did anybody see them holding them to 13 points?
Did anybody see Michael Penix and the Falcons beating the Bills a couple weeks ago?
Miami held Buffalo to 13 points.
So I'll be honest. Yeah, I picked the Bills, but I wouldn't be surprised if Houston won tomorrow.
I'm on the fence.
It wouldn't shock me
who I want to pick, but I'm really on the fence because I think Texans have a chance.
It would not shock me if the Texans won tomorrow.
Could be a low scoring. This one's scary.
This shit could be
I don't think it's going to be low scoring.
This shit could be 20 to 13, and we're going to be sitting there like this. Where are the points?
Yeah, I don't think.
I could see Josh putting up those 6 touchdowns this week and putting up 1 tomorrow.
I mean, it's possible. Houston's #1 defense in the league right now
against quarterbacks. Against receivers, I think
everybody.
Their weakness would be the run game. That's the weakest part of their defense, which ain't that weak, but it's the run game.
But even their run defense is still top 10.
But their pass defense is even better.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
If there's anything,
top 10.
Yeah. If there's anything that you're going to be able to do, they're going to have to find a way. I don't know. Like, who do you rely on? Like
James Cook and Josh Allen. Put it on his back again. Put that battery in his back and let him go.
On the flip side, Davis Mills,
Nico Collins,
3rd start in a row.
Played a good game.
Davis Mills, he's 2-0 as a starter for the Houston Texans right now.
Crazy.
Nico Collins looks like he's going to be good to go.
Yep, he's definitely good to go. They said that today.
Here we go. I just looked it up. Houston has the #1 total defense, only allowing 258.1 yards a game.
Crazy.
Opponents are only averaging 199.5 passing yards a game against them.
Disgusting.
Teams are only averaging. I'm sorry. They're #1 they've only allowed 871 rushing yards all year.
Look at that.
The defense only allows 16.8 points per game. Opponents have a 35.54% conversion rate, which is 3rd lowest in the league on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've been balling all year. Dude.
I just hope Josh Allen is the outlier tomorrow.
It's a shame that they don't fuck with that offensive line, because if Stroud just had a little bit, just another second and a half, I think they'd be a better team.
Yeah.
You start Allen.
This could be very ugly tomorrow for Josh Allen and crew.
It could be. It could
6-3 going into halftime.
Ugh.
Oh, that sucks.
Gross.
That really, really sucks because I'm starting Josh Allen against you in East Coast. You got Woody Marks.
Oh, yeah.
But it's one of those things where I could be staring at that score up until Sunday and just being like, damn, because the Houston defense is really good. And we've had moments in time during this season. We've had stretches where Buffalo have not played.
His projection is 15 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he goes above that too. I think he can get 20 tomorrow.
You feel more confident in Woody Marks after this past week, or
Yeah, I mean he's just
more
getting
of the
more work,
same?
man. I think he's getting more work, and with no Stroud there, they're kind of relying more on the run game. So
kind of
this could be the game though where they kind of let Davis Mills, like, he's 2-0, he's getting comfortable, probably got some confidence. Like maybe you open it up for Davis Mills a little bit this week.
sling it.
I'm slinging.
Well, that would open up the game for more points.
No, yeah.
I'd be happy with that.
And Marks is good out the backfield. Like he can catch the ball, so it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna take away much from Marks, honestly.
In my mind, it's like,
but I do think they open it up a little bit.
I'm seeing like defensive struggle and temper expectations for your power hitters, which in this case are, Josh Allen, James Cook, potentially Nico Collins, depending on how the game goes.
Yeah, potentially. But I think I like the Nico Collins and Woody Marks to go off. As far as, and when I say go off, at least 20 points from both.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when I don't hype up a game, it'll exceed expectation.
Right.
So I'm just going to keep my expectations low, and then hopefully tomorrow we get a banger to kick off week 12 between the Texans and the Bills, and I can get some points from Josh Allen.
I'll be shooting pool at Larry's tomorrow, so I'll be there.
I think Josh Allen will probably throw a pick. I think I made wager
possible.
that.
It's
The
possible.
over under is 0.5, so I might take that. Throw it in something.
Will Anderson sack.
Will Anderson.
Maybe we should make a defensive parlay.
Yeah, something different. You gotta switch things up.
Guys?
You gotta go with what works, man.
Listen, I did
You gotta
one
go with
last
what
week,
works.
but I also added offensive stuff. My shit was cooked once Rodgers left the game.
Is Rodgers playing this week? What's
I
the status?
wouldn't let
Well,
him.
no surgery, but yeah, I don't think I'd let him.
There's nothing official on it though yet.
Yeah,
There's
nothing official as far as the
out.
status on the game.
I wouldn't let him.
But they're saying no.
If you can't beat the freaking Bears with Mason Rudolph, then I don't know what to tell you. Like as good as the Bears' offense has been, their defense is just as bad as the Bengals. They give up a lot of passing yards. They give up a ton of rushing yards. Jaylen Warren is going to be playing most likely, Mike Tomlin said. They said, we kept him out of the game because we were, it was out of reach at that point. So why put him back out there?
Bears defense sometimes makes like stops at the right moment, but most of the game they're not making stops.
It's all about stopping.
They get run support.
It's all about stopping Swift and Manungai.
Well, Swift is questionable.
Manungai.
But Swift has been questionable all season long. But
Manungai, then. It's got to stop Manungai.
And he's been looking good the last few weeks, too, man.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers defense for the last 3 weeks has not really been bad.
Their pass defense is still in. They're still susceptible.
They kept Jamar Chase to 30 yards.
They held Jonathan Taylor in check, too.
We're going to have to deal with these pass catchers for the Bears.
So I was reading a stat. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Bears are.
The Pittsburgh Steelers pass rush gets to the quarterback in 2.5 seconds, according to Elias Stat Bureau. Caleb is
trash.
The worst quarterback to time to pass. Like, he holds on to the ball so long. So
I was saying that shit last year about him.
We're gonna find out if he can still be Big Ben in the pocket this Sunday.
Hopefully that just means short dump offs to Manungai.
History shows the Pittsburgh Steelers have only won once in Chicago in the last 15 years.
Wow.
The Cowboys are back.
I think
it was.
So if they beat Philly, then hey, maybe we can start talking.
Since he brought them up, I mean,
they beat Philly? That's the question.
Philly is beatable. I'm sorry. Philly is beatable.
No Lane Johnson potentially. No Cam Jurgens.
You want to hear a stat?
Give me a stat.
What happens here?
The Eagles are a 500 team when Lane Johnson doesn't play. But that's not all. Jalen Hurts' career without Lane Johnson as his tackle, 5-9.
Nice. I like those numbers. I really like those numbers. So
this is the season.
The one thing I'll say about Cowboys and their fans, I will say pump the brakes. It was just the Raiders,
right?
But
Raiders suck.
But there is a but.
Thanks a lot, Gino. You killed Genty's value.
Passing an RIP to Marshawn Nealon, condolences to his friends and family.
That was a big. That can galvanize a group, bro.
I think the passing of this kid is gonna turn the Cowboys around.
Kept everybody.
I think I got a funny feeling.
They needed a reason. They needed a.
But also,
feeling. I got a super funny.
Quinnen Williams is a player, bro.
Oh, he's always been a dog. He's always been a dog.
They put Quinnen Williams is more versatile. Like, I know Quinnen Williams was brought there not to get after the quarterback, even though he is,
right,
but to stop the run.
Yeah.
And as much of a superstar Micah Parsons is, Micah Parsons is not sound gap. Like, he just wants to go after the quarterback. Right. He doesn't really, you could run towards his direction, and you're starting to see it. I saw it this past weekend with Devin Singletary and Tyrone Tracy.
But yeah,
the addition of Quinnen Williams, the addition of the Bulls linebacker who came over, who knows, bro? Who knows? I mean, if they beat Philly, bro, this is one of those times where you talk about,
me and my dad were saying how the Cowboys and Chiefs play each other Thanksgiving Day.
Oh,
Chiefs! I told him I think the Cowboys can beat the Chiefs, but it all depends on what they do against Philly, how they look, if they can beat them.
That's big back to back.
But I think they can do it, bro. Like I said, I think
the Chiefs ain't scaring nobody this year.
Sparked a little something in the team. I really do.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
The Raiders, so I'm not saying what they did against the Raiders is what's making me believe that, but I did feel like I saw something different in
this is the Eagles for them. This is their biggest rival at home. Yeah. They lost to them opening night. I was out there, saw that game go down. There was chances and opportunities for Dallas to come out of that game with the win.
If CeeDee Lamb catches the balls, they probably beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
There was moments where they had them. They knew they were close. Now you're at home with that opportunity, with the season on the line. You're probably not going to win the division, but you can just galvanize.
You win a game, bro,
with the win like this.
If you win this game, like you said, if you win this game, you're 5-5-1.
You're right back in.
You're right in it.
That's basically what it comes down to. If you're Dallas, you're right back in.
You gotta win. You gotta beat Philly, bro. You gotta beat Philly. So I don't want to say that you guys are back or anything like that, but you guys
don't beat them, you're not.
Yeah, you don't beat Philly, you're not back.
Yeah.
You don't even matter what you do against the Chiefs at that point.
That may not mean as much.
It's mainly
if
because
anything,
it's an AFC game too.
The Kansas City Chiefs got more pressure on them than the Dallas Cowboys.
At that point, especially because
there's potential
too.
There's potential the Colts go in Kansas City and win
and beat them. Right. So if the Chiefs lose that game and the Cowboys lose this
the Chiefs will be 5-6 if they lose this Sunday.
It's a completely different turn.
I didn't think they were going to lose to Denver this week, man.
I didn't either.
I didn't think so.
Andy Reid off the bye week is one of the greatest coaches
that was one of the bye week.
That's the only reason I picked the Broncos. I mean, to pick the Chiefs.
Right.
Other than that, this team's got issues.
Yes.
This definitely was eye-opening for me. Yes. I've been defending them. I've been saying, hold on, guys. It's the Chiefs. They always figure it out.
I don't want to pop myself in the back, but I did say that their window was closing.
Now
there's a multiverse right now where they could miss the playoffs altogether.
And that
they're not in the picture at the moment.
They're the 9th seed, and they got tiebreakers. They lose tiebreakers. They lose a tiebreaker to the Chargers. They're losing the tiebreaker to the fucking Jaguars.
They still have another game.
Bananas.
They still have another game against the Chargers.
That is bananas.
They play the Chargers.
Marion Hampton will be back.
To kind of answer your question, though, bro, Diggs is getting burnt. So whether Diggs is there or not, I don't think he.
Yeah, that video that came out's crazy.
What video?
Supposedly he got into some spat with somebody, and his boys went and beat the shit out of somebody, and he was right there watching it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, look it up on Twitter.
And his crazy ass brother, bro.
But the Chiefs are in trouble, especially if you lose to the Colts. You're 5-6, and it's an AFC loss.
Indiana Jones goes out to Kansas City and runs wild. That'd be a tough matchup, bro. No, I agree. It's tough. It's going to be tough for Indy, bro. It's going to be tough.
If your boy JT goes off,
but I was going to say, if they can't stop Taylor the way Pittsburgh stopped Taylor, the Chiefs are going to have a long day against Indy, bro. A long day.
Xavier Worthy's banged up.
He is. That's kind of scaring me because I traded for him.
He's dealing with the knee.
I traded for 2 banged up guys, apparently. Gave up Bucky Irving for a guy who still isn't playing, and another guy is super questionable. So
Like, does Kansas City have to win both these games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They have to beat the Colts.
Basically,
They
like,
have
Colts
to beat the Cowboys.
and Cowboys.
Like, they have to.
We're at the point where we're
Just-
talking about the Kansas City Chiefs.
They're
are
in must-win. Yeah, they're in must-win territory, and it's only week 12. Never would have thought that I'd be saying that about Patrick Mahomes. So
You still got one more against the Chargers. You still got one more against the
Oh,
Bills.
they lose
They
to
can-
the Colts.
No, I think they
let
played
me
the
get
Broncos
this
twice,
out real
right?
quick. They lose to the Colts. They are 2-5 in the conference. Then right now they are
gotta
2-4
beat the Colts,
in the
they gotta beat
conference.
the Cowboys.
2-4 in the conference is crazy because the tiebreakers don't fall in your favor at all.
Right.
Nope, because
The
they already
Cowboys-
they lost the tiebreaker to the Jags.
Yeah, that was crazy. Was that
Trevor Lawrence.
Monday Night Football? Was that Monday Night Football?
Yes.
Yep. When Trevor fell twice and still got the touchdown.
We're all of us are probably staring at the screen like I was.
Chris Jones was scratching his balls watching
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence score the touchdown on the defense.
Yo,
that,
crazy, dude.
that picture is going to.
However, for the Chiefs,
Chiefs, they don't.
The Chiefs after this have a very easy schedule, though. If you look at it, after the
make a little
Colts,
run.
they do got to worry about Dallas because Dallas's offensive firepower is going to be a problem.
They're still playing. They're fighting for their.
And Dallas is in the same predicament. So you're going to have two teams fighting. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to find out if the lights are too bright for Dallas or if the lights are too bright, or can Kansas City punch back? Because they've never been in this position
They are in the same position
with Pat Mahomes.
Right. Desperate for a dub.
Then it's Houston. Then it's the Chargers. Then it's the Titans.
Not so tough.
Then it's Denver.
Tough.
And then it's Vegas.
Hmm.
So
There's not much leeway there. There's a lot of tough
Yeah,
games.
yeah. I mean,
a couple breaks in between.
here's the
only
thing about the
thing that
Denver
makes-
one. The Denver one is on Christmas Day and it's in Denver. No, it's in Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Either way, it's a division game. They got 3 division games to close out the season. It's crazy.
And they're only 1 and
That's
2 in
tough,
the
man.
division.
Even for the Raiders,
3 out of 4. Yep.
the Raiders play the Chiefs very well for whatever reason. The Raiders can be 0-17 and play the Chiefs like nobody.
Well, they didn't play them well
But
that one
it
Monday
just
night
seems like
game.
Kansas City's not running away with games this year.
Well, that
Whatever
too.
wins they do
That
get,
too.
they're fighting
But
every
even,
week. Like,
but even
you know?
when Mahomes and Kelsey are in their prime, the Raiders still played them pretty well.
So if
Yeah.
the Chargers were to beat them a second time, which would be crazy.
Yeah.
Chargers
But by
need
the
that
time-
win just as much
By
as
the
do
time
at
they
this
play
point.
the Chargers will have O'Marion Hampton back.
Still no,
Because he's already running. He's already on the
He's supposed
side.
to be back this week, I think.
Yeah, well, they're on a bye, so that's
Oh,
what
that's
helped.
right. Week after
Yeah,
week
they're on
12.
a bye.
Harbaugh pretty much said he expects him back next week. So if they lose to the Chargers again, the Chargers would have swept them.
Yeah.
Can they do it? I don't know. Like I said, if the
That's a good
Colts beat
question.
them,
Yeah, I don't think
The
so.
Chargers are in a different place than they were in week
Yeah.
1 right now. With the
but if the
offensive
Broncos
linemen
do it
going down.
again, say the Colts do it and the Broncos do it again, that's 2 more losses. You're at 7 losses now.
Right.
The best you can go is 10-7.
Is that 60?
But here's the problem with that, E. You've already lost to the Jaguars. You've lost to the Buffalo Bills. And if the Chargers are still in the mix, you lost to the Chargers.
We could be looking at the Bills and the Chiefs potentially, or the Bills and the Ravens potentially as the wild card dark horses going around and not having that home field for the playoffs, but maybe that helps them. I don't know.
Yeah, like we're in a position where the 2025 playoffs might not have the Kansas City Chiefs in them.
That would be crazy, dude.
Super Bowl.
Ravens can
Hangover.
come back and take that spot that the Chiefs are fighting for right now.
Yes.
Baltimore can just, if they keep, with the pace that they're on.
And don't forget about here's another thing. I know we
less contenders.
I know we're talking about the Chargers are a different team right now. They're 7-4. They just got their ass whooped.
Oh,
But a lot of it had to do.
Oh.
Trevor was hurt. I mean, not Trevor. Justin was hurt.
I was so
He should have
scared.
never been in the game. They should have kept him out of the game.
I was so scared when he got hurt. I was so
They're
scared.
3-0 in the division after all that.
Chargers.
Yes.
Crazy.
That's nice. Very, very nice.
So remember, the Chiefs beat them a second time. Say for some odd reason the Chargers and the Chiefs tie at the end of the year.
Chargers still.
The Chargers would get it because they got the better division record.
They still have
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah, and the Chargers still get the Raiders again.
Yeah.
Chargers still have a game against the Raiders.
And they got the Broncos again.
Oh.
Yeah, so they all kind of have to play each other.
Yeah.
Our AFC West games are going to
So
determine
the Broncos,
so much at the end.
yes, they're
That lines up
9-2,
beautifully.
but nothing's really settled for that division just yet in my eyes.
Yeah, not just yet.
I'm not impressed
Some
with the
people are
Broncos.
really calling them division leaders already, but I don't think 2 more weeks. They win 2 more weeks.
I think Denver's legit, man. I think they
I'm not saying they're not, but
they're winning a lot of these games where it's like you look at it and they have no business doing it, but it's like imagine if they just all put it together. Like imagine if they just put it together and just they've been they you know people
kind of are putting it together.
Teams drag their feet until they get into the postseason. You know what I mean? And you don't realize.
But here's another thing.
Oh shit!
Okay,
like, this is what this looks like. This is what this was supposed to look like. No Pat Surtain, and on top of the conference is
that's a good point.
That's pretty cool.
Are the Buffalo Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, or the Kansas City Chiefs if they make the playoffs? Would they be afraid in the playoffs going into Indy or going into Denver? And who would you give the edge to? You're not going to give the edge to either one of the.
Say those teams again.
The Bills, the Ravens, or Kansas City.
Baltimore.
I think
Baltimore's better off traveling than being at home.
I think the Ravens would be the least afraid going into Denver or Indy. But I think the other 2 teams would have a problem. Buffalo and Kansas City would have a problem going into Indy, going into Denver in the playoffs.
Buffalo going to Denver right now would be tough for them.
Because
I don't think they want that.
For one team being Buffalo, we're talking about another year where you're on the road trying to do it again.
And Buffalo's never, under Sean McDermott, Buffalo on the road has never won a playoff game.
On the other team, we're talking about Kansas City.
That is a fireable offense right now, what you just said. That in itself is
it really is.
That's crazy.
It's true, though.
No,
you're in the playoffs every year, and you don't have a playoff.
I don't think he's ever had a playoff road win.
That's insane. And they're usually on the road. So that's kind of crazy. On the other side, we have Kansas City, who isn't used to being in this position where they have to travel throughout the playoffs. Everybody goes to Kansas City. The road to the Super Bowl is usually through Kansas City, usually. But it's not looking like that. So I think Buffalo and Kansas City would have the most problem going to those particular stadiums. Baltimore gets in, and especially depending on how they get in.
Yeah.
If they win a division.
That is a correct
They can
stat.
still win the division.
That is a correct stat, what I said. He has never won. Just for context for everybody, they lost the road playoff game in 2020 to the Chiefs in the AFC title game, 38-24. They lost the 2021 divisional round to the Kansas City Chiefs, the Thriller, the 13 seconds, 42-36. The 2023 divisional round, when they went to Cincinnati, they lost 27-10. And last year, when they went to Kansas City, 27-24.
Wow. Or the Ravens have won on the road.
Right.
The Ravens have won on the road.
Ravens have won on the road. Again, man, like I was saying, if the Ravens can win the division and get into the playoffs that way, I think they're going to be a big problem in the playoffs.
They're better as underdogs than they are as favorites.
No, they are.
When the Ravens are favorites, they blow it.
Yeah, no, they definitely
when they're
are.
underdogs,
even if they win a division, it doesn't mean that they're going to be not going to Indy or Denver because they're the top 2 seeds.
Right now, the North is a 4 seed.
Right.
The AFC North is a 4 seed right now. So, you'll get a whole game.
And that's kind of why I said that too, because I figured if whoever wins the North,
because you got 3 divisions right now, 3 division leaders at 9 and 2 apiece.
Correct.
Yeah, they are separating.
One of these division leaders is going to start to fall off. He's 9 and 2s.
They should, unless they play each other.
Something's got to give. It might be the Colts.
We'll see. It might be the Colts.
It's got to be the Colts.
It might be the Broncos.
No offense to the Colts fans. No offense to they've had a great season.
I think that's more. I think that's the Danny Dimes effect, though, when it comes to that.
I don't think it's as scary going into Indy this year as it would be going into Denver this year.
Because if you're going into Indy, if you're going into Indy, your main job is to shut down.
You shut the crowd out early.
Shut Jonathan Taylor down.
Shut Jonathan Taylor down. You shut the crowd out. You put them behind 10 to 14 points, and now we see what happens with Indy. We've seen it. We've seen what it look. They bleed. You know what I mean? Like
so. Denver's last 6 games are Washington, Vegas, Green Bay, Jacksonville, Kansas City, and the Chargers.
If anything, the least desirable place that I would want to go on the AFC side is Denver. Like if the path went through Denver, that would suck because the Denver gets to be at home. That's where you see the comfort level and the confidence go up, and everything just works. And
not to mention the high altitude over there. That's not easy for a lot of people to play up there, man.
It's not. It's a real thing.
Very thin
for a
air.
lot of players.
People get out of breath quickly, so
Like the Patriots are right there at 9-2, but I think that Denver is better equipped to take advantage of home
8 in a
field
row
than the Patriots are right now. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of my hesitation with Denver is like they've had to come back in the fourth quarters. If the teams that were beating them had just made one more play, they're not winning those games. But the team didn't make the one more play.
Denver's making one more play though to win it.
Like Philly,
Philly.
The only reason Philly lost is because they started to cater to AJ Brown's needs and started throwing in the second half. Had they just kept running the ball with Saquon Barkley, they probably don't lose that game.
18-point comeback is crazy. 33 points out of nowhere is crazy.
The Jets, the Jets had any semblance of an offense, they would have beat them. The Giants, if the defense made one stop, they're not.
That's it. Just one. I wasn't asking for two.
Denver's losses are Indy and who else did Denver lose to? Indy?
They lost last seconds to Denver. Denver lost in week 2 and week 3 to Indian Chargers on the last second.
Okay, so those are two big AFC losses. Yeah. But look at what they've done since then after the slow start. Like they rattled off these wins, and they
like you said, those were last second losses, so they could easily be undefeated.
And what's crazy is it still might not mean shit unless they can beat the Chiefs and the Chargers again. Because if you lose to LA, if you lose to Kansas City, this 9-2 right now don't mean jack.
And maybe by then, Pete Carroll just has enough of freaking Geno and just inserts Aiden O'Connell.
I wish he would.
I mean, at this point, I think he should. He's so
another one
handcuffed.
Yeah, I always find him.
He's so handcuffed to freaking Geno, man. I think it's kind of crazy.
Because they want to rebuild that, the magic that they had.
And it's week 12. That magic is gone.
But Geno's not the same guy, bro.
No, he's not, man.
When the pocket collapses, he's not staying in the pocket confidently and making that throw anymore. He is crumbling.
He's a little bit older, man. Shout out to Geno. He had one of the greatest quotes of all time. He played well enough to get paid. Again. And
they're just a rough watch, bro.
Yeah,
they're a rough watch.
It's just
can't do it.
He did enough to get paid, and that's it, dude. Again, kudos to you, bro.
And they have ruined Ashton Genty out there.
Oh my god,
they absolutely ruined Ashton Genty. That's just 7 yards, 7 rushing yards.
Yeah, but why are we just 10 runs, bro, against one of the worst run defenses?
Well, that's why he mostly running the ball, bro.
But that's that's play calling, that's personnel. And
Pete Carroll needs to fire Chip Kelly right now.
Yeah.
Well, if Carroll is gone, I imagine Kelly would be gone.
Carroll's not going nowhere, but he's going to get rid of Kelly.
He has to get rid of Kelly, I think. The play calling is weird.
I doubt Pete Carroll gets ordered. They brought Pete Carroll for the long term, and Oakland, Vegas knew there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
What Carroll needs to do is get rid of Geno. Really. Get rid of Chip.
You got to stop this.
I think you got to get rid of the quarterback and the coordinator and kind of start fresh. Just start fresh.
Starting Geno Smith is no different than starting Russell Wilson right now. That's enough. It's over. It's time to stop this. You're not Joe Flacco. That Joe Flacco effect is not, and even now with Joe Flacco, we're seeing bro, starting to catch up to him. He's getting hurt. He's getting beat
old,
up.
Man. He's old. So that should be expected.
Oh,
who did it?
Okay, so here we go. Let me just make sure.
Who did it?
I'm looking at Geno Smith's contract and seeing if they can get out of it.
Oh,
after this year,
they can get out of it.
All right, so his cap hit next year is only $26 million. And if they cut him, it's $18 million dead money. So they'll still save $8.5 million.
And the cap goes up another 25 next year for everybody.
So they can get out of that contract.
Raiders are like the Cowboys with spending money, but it's you don't always see what the Raiders actually spent the money on.
Right.
You know that they're spending money every year.
It's their stadium.
It's just
you seen them videos that only shared them. That stadium
experience. Yeah, it's an experience.
VIP couch section.
It's Jerry World. It's the Jerry World.
Did you talk to him? Did he enjoy himself? Of course they won, but
he had a blast, bro. He had a blast. Yeah,
that's a stadium I wouldn't mind trying.
That is a cool looking spot.
He flew up there Monday morning, and there's a time difference, so he gets there a little bit.
Well, 3 hours difference,
right?
Yeah, 3 hours.
So he gets a little bit behind, but whatever. He goes watch the game that night. He's there for the night, and then flew out to Puerto Rico. And his birthday is Friday, I believe. So yeah, man, he's definitely going into 40 a very good way, man. Got the win this weekend.
Shout out to the commish.
Shout out to the commish, man. Happy birthday, cuz.
Yes, sir.
Saturday was a hit.
Birthday,
he had no
bro.
idea what was happening. He was completely
Beautiful.
surprised.
Beautiful.
It was awesome. Drank a whole bottle of whiskey. It was a night, man.
I'd show him on a football Sunday at the man cave, the 5 TV setup and everything.
Dude, we're sitting there. Willie shows up like in the fourth quarter of the Giants game.
Oh boy.
Jameis is trying to throw interceptions.
Oh.
And they give up the lead. And I told him, I was like, Jameis has been trying to give him the ball all game. He's gonna throw an interception on this last drive. I know it. And then Jalen Hyatt stopped.
The ball still moved better with him than Russell Wilson, though.
Oh hell yeah, 100%, dude.
And how about Tyrone Tracy this week? 20 fantasy points.
Oh man, 20
What's
and
going on with that?
Without scoring a touchdown.
Without scoring a touchdown. That's right.
What's that about?
I mean, dude,
You know,
that
we
was
were talking from a fantasy perspective, and you need a running back. Like, what, you know?
the offensive line, dude. The offensive line looked really good.
Has Dart been cleared yet?
No.
He was limited in practice, but he's on the
final step? Or
no, what was it? The step that where he's non-contact in practice.
Red jersey?
Yeah. But he's getting there. He's definitely going through.
He looked fine to me on Sunday on the sidelines.
They're already saying that they kind of expect him to play this.
He didn't have to worry about Dable running into the tent saying, "Get the hell out here."
That's right. But honestly, the offensive line looked good.
Of course.
Yeah,
we were watching.
You were in the corner.
Yeah, you had the corner.
Alexi was fired up.
It was
Alex was
It was
fired.
literally the same shit. I mean, I don't know if
loss.
you guys watched it, but we didn't look no different than we have looked the last 8-9 weeks, dude. Like
the energy was different.
no, it wasn't.
The energy was
No,
different.
it
The
wasn't.
defense was hitting.
No, it was not. If they were hitting, we would have won. If defense was hitting,
I'm
we
just
would've
repeating you what he was telling
Yeah,
us.
Josh
That's
Jacobs.
crazy.
It took Josh Jacobs.
I can't believe he said the defense was hitting.
I'm just
If we
repeating
were
what-
hitting, we
Did
would
he
have
not
won.
say that to us?
That's crazy,
I think
bro.
I remember.
That's
I recall.
so crazy.
He wasn't as upset about the loss
No.
Of course he wasn't.
because it was
Because
competitive.
have we not been competitive all year, guys? Like, what are we? We've blown 5 fourth-quarter leads. That means you're winning. To blow a lead means you have to be winning. Means you're being competitive. I don't understand what's wrong with this guy, bro. He hated Dable that much. He hated Dable. That has nothing wrong. Nothing. Shane can do nothing wrong in Alexi's eyes, apparently, dude. I don't understand it.
He said that he's not on the Shane bandwagon.
Doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it.
This game does not.
He actually
count.
told me today that I should have put Abdul Carter's face instead of Shane's face on Ric Flair.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Abdul Carter.
The kid who wasn't paying attention to the new coach because he didn't know what time the new meeting and walkthrough was going to start happening, which is why supposedly he missed this
Third
whole
overall
walkthrough.
pick. That's crazy.
And the guy who
He's
drafted
been a
him.
bust so far.
I mean,
It's been tough.
dude,
It's been a very tough.
when you
rookie
draft a defensive lineman that high, bro, you have to translate that into the NFL immediately.
I wanted him.
It shouldn't take 12 weeks.
I think I'm
It
good
shouldn't
with
take
Cam
12
now.
weeks.
We're starting to get Clowney vibes.
Just a whole lot of pressure.
I listen. I
Waving your
think
arms
the
around
kid
in
is.
front of the quarterback.
I love what he did in college, and obviously he's a rookie. I got to give him the benefit of the doubt, but at some point, your talent does have to translate in the NFL in the first year.
League moves
and it,
fast,
and it shouldn't take 12 weeks.
and the league moves by players
That
even
I will
faster.
say. But again, I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a rookie, and hopefully next year he looks a lot better. Hopefully he focuses on the offseason. But
It's going to be a new
obviously his
scheme.
focus isn't there because he just got sacked for a series. Didn't do anything in this game. He doesn't have a sack on the season yet, and he's at Raw with his
the
hurt
belt.
friend
Yeah,
with
pushing
a
and shoving.
championship belt, pushing and shoving people.
I think you're
Like,
2-9, and you're holding a championship Giants belt. Like you're just not focused on what you need to be focused on, plain and simple. I get it.
I
Kids
just-
will be
I don't
kids. You
understand.
go out and
Like,
have
I'll
fun,
never
but
understand fans like Alexi who are happy to see what we've seen the last just 3 days alone.
you gotta look in the mirror, bro.
Just
You gotta have some, you gotta have some type of.
I'll never understand
read the
it, dude.
room.
There's
Yeah,
nothing.
y'all haven't been in the same room for the last 3 weeks.
I'll never understand.
It's not going to happen this weekend either because the lounge is closed. So maybe it can happen next weekend.
We'll see, man. I don't know. That's Thanksgiving weekend, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Giants get the Detroit Lions coming off of Lions taking an L.
Don't be surprised if we got the fourth quarter and we blow it. We'd be surprised we got the lead. Blow it again. It's probably
my initial thought is the Lions are going to route you guys, but
I mean, they should run roughshod, but I wouldn't be surprised if we be competitive because why? We've been that way all year long. Last week wasn't the first time we were competitive.
I think that would say more about Detroit, though. With Dan the good thing about Dan Campbell play calling is we're seeing J-Mo go out there and get his, which is nice from that perspective. But
Campbell loves him.
Like eventually, you're gonna
that's always been known.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Campbell
take the North
loves
back. You're gonna have to take the North back. They lost to the Vikings. They're probably the worst out of the four in that group. You already got one L to the Packers. Eventually, you're gonna have to beat somebody that matters.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I asked my dad, I was like, why do you think the Packers are gonna sweep the Lions? And he goes, well, the Lions just lost to the Vikings. I was like, yeah, but the Packers just lost to the Panthers.
Take the points, dickhead.
Yeah, the Panthers are bad. Panthers are not. We're talking about 6-5 Panthers. It's not pretty. I'm not saying it's pretty to look at.
Yeah,
it's not.
They're not bad, but the Packers should be a lot better than the Panthers. They should be.
Packers
should. They're supposed to be.
Jordan Love's paid like he should be better than Bryce Young.
$55 million.
You're right. Packers should be better than the Panthers, but right now they're in the same place, except the Panthers beat the Packers.
Right.
Panthers proved that they're actually superior to the Packers at the moment.
In Lambeau.
Lambeau. That's
like,
so crazy.
Now, Packers plus Kraft, yeah, they're better than.
They had Kraft back then.
He got hurt in the first quarter.
I don't care.
Hurt my heart.
I don't care.
Well, they don't have him to. They don't have. Their wide receivers can't do what Kraft does for that passing game, which is weird.
Watson's back does help because Watson's had big plays. He's catching touchdowns.
Yeah, there's a lot of those plays are just you can't do that all. Yeah, you can't do that all the time. Those are crazy ass plays that they're, and to his credit, he's making them. But like, it's that offense is all about.
You can't make crazy plays every week.
It's Josh Jacobs, Tucker Kraft. You remove any of those out of the equation, and this week they're not going to have either one.
That's why I said it depends what Emmanuel Wilson does moving forward as far as like how they treat Josh Jacobs.
Take the points, dickhead. And Dan Campbell, like just the field goal kicker is not that bad. His name is Jake Bates, and he's actually not that bad of a player.
Playing the Giants, he will fuck around and do the same thing because it's the Giants.
For an offense that can,
down,
like you're at the red zone all the time. Like it's okay to be able to.
And the Rockets win.
Like they should. Nice. Detroit should practice it this week. Like on fourth down, send your punter out, send your kicker out. Practice that. Just see how it feels, because it's smart to do that. Battle of field position, trust your defense, and just play the game.
They're gonna look confused, like the Tropic Thunder.
What's their record now?
The Lions?
No, the Rockets.
9-3.
No, that's gotta be more games. They've got like 18 games in, I think.
No, we haven't played that many.
Yeah,
10-3. I don't know. We've only lost like 3 or 4 games though. We started out 0-2.
Nah, me and B was just talking about it the other day, brother. They got like 15, 16 games in there.
Really? Shit.
The Sixers are 8-5.
13. Okay.
Yeah, the Sixers are 8-5.
Well, what's that? 13 games, right?
Yeah.
I'll pull it up right now. NBA standings. I know we've been winning though.
Houston.
What other game haven't we covered yet that is worthy of
Lamar on injury report again? This time it's his ankle.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense because if you watch Sunday's game, he had multiple times to run open lanes and he didn't run.
Interesting. Oh, we're 9-3. Yeah, 9-3, like I said. Felt like it. Damn, OKC's 14-1.
See,
I noticed that shit.
Yeah, but they played
on Sunday. Like I'm watching this guy.
That's why I knew there was more games being played.
Yeah.
I'm watching this guy and I'm like, yo, there's a lane, run, and he's not running.
I know he is trying to not.
It was the knee last week. It's the ankle this week.
You just gotta get healthy.
I feel like he's playing not to get hurt right now.
But yeah, because he wants to get into he's playing to win, but also not to get hurt.
Yeah, they
got to get into
this is their run. Yeah, this is their run for Baltimore. And
if he can get into the playoffs a little bit healthier, then I think
they should destroy the Jets Sunday.
Oh my God, they should obliterate
their next 3 are the Jets, Bengals, Steelers. They got the Bengals again, Then it's Patriots, Packers, Steelers. So it's
I mean,
tough to end the year.
Yeah, I mean,
for
as
them.
far as the teams as a whole, but those are defenses in the Jets and the Bengals. Those are 3 games right there where they couldn't take advantage of.
Yeah. You need to win. You can't.
Yeah,
you lose to any of those.
If the
those
Browns
those
had a
don't
better
run.
quarterback, they would have beaten them Sunday.
Yes.
Well, they're 5-5 right now. They're 500. So it's just basically like a reset.
It's crazy though because they started the year 1-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically the reset.
Well, he
right
was
here.
out for most weeks, so
Tyler Huntley did win them a game.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that was critical. Because if he
So,
loses that game,
they're
you're
4-6.
talking about
And maybe was more time Lamar Jackson taking another week off or something. Like who knows? It's crazy.
And Derrick Henry, I know he had a couple runs, but bro, does not look good this year.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a whole step slower now.
You see a lot of Keaton Mitchell. Well, a little bit more.
Like
Keaton
they're
Mitchell.
inserting Keaton Mitchell quicker than
a little
usual.
more Hill, yeah.
I think Keaton fits the Ravens offense a little bit better, but a part of me felt as though that, like as far as the fit goes for Derrick Henry in that offense, it's like you kind of got to slow things down for him.
Right.
Last year was just
last
a remarkable
year
season for him.
was the year to do it
like,
for Baltimore because
Yeah.
Derrick was just having a great year.
They've matched.
This year he
matched.
looks
Yeah,
31.
Yeah, this year he does look
That, and also it looks like
And it's
almost
weird
makes me sad
because,
you
Joe,
know the end is
They're
coming.
inside the 5-yard line, and he's not scoring.
Yes. Yep. He's getting stuffed. He's getting hit harder now.
Yo,
It
that's
doesn't.
crazy.
When I see a linebacker take out Henry, bro, in the second level, I'm like, ew. Like, what was that? That's not supposed to happen to Derrick Henry.
3 years ago.
Oh, he's
stayed.
obliterating
And
those
that's
linebackers. Yeah,
that was considered the back end of his career,
Right.
even at that
Right.
point in time.
right. No, but this year he does look older, man.
Maybe
it does make me sad.
It looks like he just doesn't fit.
And
with
saying
the
that
Ravens
he has
are trying to do,
800
like, the
yards.
scheme. The
Kinda,
scheme
it
is
could be
it's like
that.
a faster pace.
It
You know what I
could be
mean?
that.
With
And
a
like,
running
yo,
quarterback.
his numbers, like he has 800 yards. He's averaging almost 5 yards carry, but a lot of that came from like a game here, a game there.
Yeah,
the
because
big
he
games.
breaks,
He has
right,
the
he
boom
breaks.
games.
Yeah.
Week 1 or week 2, I believe it was. Like he had a couple big runs. A lot of times he's going for that big run, but he can't get into the end zone with it.
Right.
Like, they catch up to him.
He
You know
had
what
a
I mean?
big
It's
run
like-
last week that
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago. He probably scores a touchdown there. He got
Yeah.
a little gassed, a little slow at the end of that run where he got tackled. It was crazy.
All right, like you guys said, he had the first game of the year, 18 carries, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns.
The 1 year I drafted Henry in like 5 years.
So now the next
That's how it
4
works.
weeks, 11 for 23, 12 for 50, 8 for 42, 15 for 33.
Mm.
Then he has the 24 carry game, 122 yards, no touchdowns. Then it's a 21 carry, 71 yards. Then it's a 19 for 119, a 20 for 75, and then the 18 for 103 because he had that one big run where they got by. He had 59 yards on 1 carry. You take that 59 yards off, and it's an average day.
Yeah.
And that 59-yard run, he normally scores on that.
Yeah.
He's still getting the workload.
My boy's back tonight.
He's still getting the touches. It's just not translating into that production that we're used to seeing from him. It hits you. Look at Alvin Kamara.
I mean,
Like
Ooh.
that could
he
be
might have just had his best week recently.
that could be a product of him getting old, but that team is just no good either.
They're garbage.
I mean, I think Kamara looks.
I don't. I think they got a shot to win it this week against the Falcons though.
This week,
Tyler
yeah,
Shuck.
they do. Yeah, this week
Olave.
they do because of everything just going on with Atlanta and in Atlanta.
They just got rid of Brandon
You were
Cooks.
right, Mike. Last year was the year. 1,900 yards, 16 touchdowns.
Nice.
That was a
130.
yard.
1930, bro.
That was a year, dude.
That was
They had to
good.
take
That was.
advantage.
I'm glad that he had that. I'm glad that he had that one more season.
Yeah.
of that type
That's
of
why they brought Derrick
vintage.
Henry there.
Yeah,
The Ravens were supposed to take advantage of that Derrick Henry year.
They can't. They choke. They choke.
If the Ravens somehow magically pull it off this year, I'm gonna be like, you guys made it so difficult for yourselves for no reason. When you could have had this guy giving you almost 2,000 rush yards last year, and you just could have did it last year, bro.
I believe the Ravens have what
4
it takes
rushes on Sunday
to
for
make
10
the
yards
playoffs.
for Jackson.
I believe they have what it takes to make the playoffs, but I don't at this point believe the Ravens have what it takes to win the AFC. I think they'll get bested at some point in the playoffs.
I don't want to say that about them because I just think the AFC is so wide open that I think anybody can really, especially with nobody looking super, super dominant. Like, again, Denver's 9-2, but they're winning from behind most games. New England looks to seem like the most complete team, but at the same time, they
They're
are kind of
very
young.
young.
You know what I mean? So the
Yeah,
inexperience
it's just
is there
house
with
money.
New England.
It's house
So
money.
after those two teams, who are the top two teams in the
Yo.
AFC besides Indy, but again, Indy doesn't have the defense, I don't think, to really scare anybody. And after that, it's wide open, dude. After those three teams, it's completely wide open.
It's the year where the
Those
wild
three
card
teams don't
teams are
scare
scarier. Yeah. The home field might not mean shit because they all might get bounced.
It might not.
They all might get bounced, and then that AFC title game might.
I can
crazy.
see any one of the top three seeds in the AFC getting bounced in the first round.
Yeah. One seed will be saved. One seed will have the immunity, which is what makes it all the more important for Denver to take it. Because again, it goes back to I feel like it's harder to go there than it would be to go to Foxborough and play that young team,
right?
Or it would be to go and play an Indianapolis team where it's like, are you guys fizzling out? Like, is this the right time to catch you guys? Like, you know what I mean? Because now everything's starting to slow down. Like for them,
I think the NFL is completely wide open as a whole this year, man. There's nobody on the NFC side that looks completely dominant. There's nobody on the AFC side that looks completely dominant. So I think it's wide open.
Yeah, it's come down to those head-to-head matchups.
He hasn't practiced the last 2 Wednesdays. His last 2 games, he's averaged 57% completion percentage and only 184.
This is Lamar, right?
Yeah, 184 passing yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks.
Yeah, he's killing me, man.
It hasn't been pretty.
He's killing me in 6 picks.
It has not been pretty, but they get the Jets this week, and
that is the
get right.
Yes,
you know, this is the get right. Tyrod Taylor named starting quarterback for the New York Football Jets. Maybe a good day for Breece Hall owners. You know, a good day for him on the ground potentially. Tyrod relying on
money.
Breece.
He's been on my bench the last few weeks.
That would be like a silver lining from the perspective of the Jets side of things, but this should be a decent game for Henry. And
Tyrod Taylor coming in.
Who knows? Maybe the Ravens make this harder than what it needs to be because it's just on Sundays shit happens, you know. Like, and you know Lamar's banged up right now. Like maybe they get the win, but it's more like a 23-13 than an offensive explosion. You know what I mean? They're just trying to whatever it takes to get the win and move forward because they still have to play a lot of contenders on the back end of their schedule in the middle of this run. You know, so it's like let's just do what we need to do. Let's do what we need to do. If it's got to be boring,
let's hurry up. Let's be boring. Let's get out of it.
Get out of this because we have
Thursday night. Even though the Bengals will probably be a limited playoff contention,
they're
going to want to play them and try to eliminate them from playoff contention.
They would, to be able to have that and to end your division rivals' season potentially. Like,
get them to 6 losses.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to remove those pieces off the
board.
And
the problem is you got to play them twice in 3 weeks.
Can the Ravens beat them twice? That's the issue because you know them division games are tough, bro.
Especially if Joe Burrow comes back for Thanksgiving.
They got 3 division games in a row. It's Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, right?
That is crazy. Somebody's gonna get them.
Who the Bengals?
The Ravens. They got to play the Bengals, Steelers,
and then one more against the Steelers later on.
That's a crazy way to make.
And then one game, and then you guys again. I think after that.
Yeah.
They got the Packers, and then
we play them the last game of the year in Pittsburgh.
Could be for the division. So there's no sit your starters type of situation like that. Could potentially be for the AFC North and a home game. When you're looking at it, you remove the Bengals from the equation, and if Baltimore's still going on the run, Pittsburgh's doing just enough to keep that spot. That's a 1-game difference.
Yeah.
There you go. The difference between either a game in Pittsburgh or Baltimore. Will be in that, and then the other team having to travel, and make a trip to maybe we see the Steelers go to Foxborough or something.
It's gonna be interesting.
It is.
It's gonna be interesting.
Steelers the only team in AFC.
I can't wait to see Drake May in the playoffs. I want to see how he performs in the playoffs.
Passing yards in the league right now.
Yep.
Everything he throws just gets caught
without having to hyper target one receiver.
Yeah,
you hear that, Philly? You don't need the offense can run. If you just use everything that's
I came to this conclusion.
The Mario Douglas.
Hear me out. What if AJ's just not as fast as he was?
I mean, what, three microsurgeries?
Far-fetched to say, he is getting older.
See how slow he fell down in that game against the Vikings?
Like, he really didn't. That one, like, he didn't even completely run out.
He jogs.
Yeah.
He jogs.
So at this point, it's like he's not even.
He's got no explosiveness.
Is it no explosives, or is he just not engaged?
Dallas Goedert
could be a combination, man.
Dallas Goedert got more explosiveness than him at this point. More catches too.
The fact that he's not engaged could affect that explosiveness.
Yeah, more out.
That's why the more you
Morale's
think
down.
about it, maybe they should have just traded him and just dealt with
Yeah,
it.
dude.
We got to deal with it now.
Because now you got Derek Gunn, one of the most respected people in Philly sports, talking about some people in the locker room aren't feeling Hurts.
Imagine what's going to come out this offseason about them.
And
You know
that
they're gonna, I don't think they go back to the Super Bowl.
AJ's getting traded.
Derek Gunn's calling
AJ
it.
is
It's
traded.
almost
The
Wentz.
Eagles are going to have a weird, crazy offseason.
They will trade AJ Brown this offseason.
Yep.
You know, who knows what happens from there as far as the wide receiver group goes.
That means you got to keep Dotson.
Devontae's going to be like, I want out.
Imagine that.
I want out. I can't do this anymore.
Can you imagine?
Like
Oh, that was
Barkley's, and you know what? I should have known Barkley was going to take a step back. Not even health wise. All them carries and all them yards last year. Every time it happens with a 2,000-yard rusher.
Yeah. Anytime a back goes over, 300?
Yeah.
I think if they give Tank an opportunity though, I think he would eat in that offense. If the offensive line can,
If it was healthy enough, yeah.
like I
If
think
it was that offensive line from last year, yeah.
he
Dude, almost any running back can have a decent, year behind that offense.
and he's a big he can hit you back
Right. He
type
can
of
take
running
the
back,
hits,
and
yep.
they need that.
Yeah.
You know, Saquon's more the elusive. You know, he can do some hits, but it's not the same. Tank Bigsby is downhill. I'm coming
Imagine
for you.
Scatterbo behind that healthy offensive line in Philly. You're looking insane, that guy. He's already insane. You look more insane.
I think Bigsby just has a little more experience because now we're talking about year 3
Barkley's
or 4 for
14th
Bigsby.
in rushing.
And I feel like Bigsby's ready
14?
to.
Barkley is 14th in rushing.
Like it's hard to get an opportunity.
He's only
behind him 'cause
averaging
he's been healthy.
3.8 yards a carry this year.
And when he's healthy, the ball is going to him.
He's got 662 rushing yards.
662 rushing yards.
That's
That's
it.
crazy. By this time, last year he had almost 1,400 rushing yards last
Look at Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
year. Where's he at?
He's
Number
4.
4.
That's crazy.
It's
Without
Taylor.
being
It's
the
Cook.
starter.
Look,
the whole
Cook's
season.
second, and Cook hasn't done shit the last couple weeks. A-Chain, Dowdle, Javonte Williams, Derrick Henry, Bijan, J.K., who's now out for the year.
I wouldn't be excited about Javonte Williams this week.
Kyron
against the
Williams,
defense. That's gonna be
and-
tough.
I'd start him.
I'd start him. He had like
About-
60 yards and 3 touchdowns, right?
Fuck
What, this past week?
Eagles.
I
On
think
opening day.
I don't know. Their defense is playing
Again,
way better
dude.
right now, though. Way better.
I'm kind of on this Dallas Cowboys train.
The Dallas Cowboys
Dallas
wide
money line.
I kind of
receivers,
feel it, bro.
the
You know
Dallas
why?
Cowboy wide receivers should be able to outplay Philly's
And if
corners,
they can open it up in the air,
which
I
would
will-
then give chance for him.
Well,
Williams.
George Pickens, you can pull up his numbers. He didn't do shit week 1.
Yeah.
So, but the Cowboys
Yeah, but
understand
not-
that they have to throw the ball.
Yeah, no, I think
You know?
I'm telling you, there was something different about that team.
It's the I
I can't
think
wait to talk to Noli in person because I know he probably felt the same way I'm feeling right now.
not having Lane Johnson and not having Jurgens, if that's what it's going to be in Dallas, they have more than a shot to win that game.
Oh yeah.
But you can't. You got to be out there going out to win it. You can't tuck your tail.
He's only had
Philly.
2 bad
Parlay,
games this whole
Texas
year.
Money line, Dallas money line.
Javonte Williams has only had 2 games,
Spicy.
2 bad games this year. The one against the Panthers, where he only got 29 rushing yards, all 13 carries, only
And
averaged 2
he's
yards
got some
carry,
He's got some tough matchups
And
in
Denver,
the fantasy playoffs.
3.2.
He's got
Everybody
some-
else, he's averaged over 4 yards carry against.
He's got some tough matchups for the fantasy playoffs. I mean, you're going to start him because he's a starter. You got no choice really at this point. Like most of us don't really have a choice about some of the people that we're
Nah,
starting.
no, we don't.
You know, but like let me just see. real
There's
quick
people out there
here.
starting Darnell Mooney this weekend.
He's still on the waivers. See, look, after the Eagles, the Cowboys have the Kansas City Chiefs, a good run defense. Detroit Lions, good run defense. Vikings, meh. Chargers, and then for the championship, we're talking about the Cowboys and the Command. Oh shit, the fantasy championship is going to be on Christmas
Week, yeah.
Christmas Day.
Well, it starts, yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait, when is the Christmas Day this year? On Thursday?
Yeah. It's the first
No.
day of the week.
No, I'm seeing December 25th 25th at 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's a Thursday.
That's a Thursday day game. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. So the 28th is the Sunday slate for that. Okay, I got you. I was getting ahead of myself there. I gotta look into all that. I gotta see what the scheduling is and everything, and start breaking that down. Because once we get closer to the fantasy playoffs, really talk about like players and matchups, and those start and sit questions are definitely going to just be more loaded.
All right.
Depending on who's back, who's not. Yeah, man. We got football tomorrow.
Ugly matchup.
Let's hope for the best. Let's see what happens.
Listen, I hope Allen sucks tomorrow.
He'll say that. I need him to not suck. I need him to be good. I need. If he could give me at least half of what he gave me on Sunday, I'll take those 30 points happily. I would not complain. Just give me 30 tomorrow, and I can go into Sunday feeling good. No early 9:30 game. Everybody plays them.
I couldn't believe Alexi dropped Jordan Mason in the Dynasty League.
Yo, when I seen you picked him up, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't I see that he even dropped him? I didn't even realize that.
I did.
Yeah, you were the only one who put a claim on it. I don't think anybody realized
Matt did.
it. Oh, wow.
But I was ahead of Matt by one.
That's crazy.
DOA?
Yeah.
I would have picked him up.
He dropped him in DOA, bro.
I would have picked him up. I have Aaron Jones. It would have been.
If Aaron Jones gets hurt for some odd reason,
he will.
RB1.
He's doing good. That's one good thing about the Vikings. There's not many good things about them, but Aaron Jones is the most consistent offensive piece right now. Might not be saying much about them in their situation.
Yeah.
But they got the Packers this week. I expect them to lose.
I couldn't believe that. I had to do it, dog. Like, it's Dynasty. What are you talking about?
Right, you didn't have to do it.
He just hates me.
Who do you pick him up? Like, who do you drop for him? Probably Jameis Winston, and then he dropped Jameis Winston again.
Somebody picked up J-Mo. 2-quarterback league.
On his bench?
Bro, he did.
Isaiah Hodgins.
See?
That's crazy.
Hey, that's crazy, bro. A practice squad guy over a guy who's getting paid $8 million a year? Like, no.
He's first in his division, but
still, it doesn't mean that moves make sense.
Still a lot of football left.
He's favored to beat Noli this week.
That's a big one. And then you and me, 5 seed versus 6 seed. Shuck versus Cousins, game of the week.
Yo, Noli ain't got a defense this week? What the hell are we doing here?
I was against me. He didn't have no defense. He just got added like Philadelphia.
And he got Vidal in there, and Vidal's on a bye, so
yeah, he just hasn't.
He hasn't adjusted his lineup.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let the man live, bro.
Oof.
He's in Puerto Rico.
Oof.
I don't even think he has good Wi-Fi where he's at. I don't know how to think about it.
Well, he better fix it. Oh, and he got Joe Burrow on injury reserve, so he can call him Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But he needs to know now, because if not, he has to start Davis Mills.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks balls.
I think he's going to do the Mills thing.
Get those points. Not have to worry about it. Well,
But then again, if he gets word that Burrow practices fully tomorrow, I mean,
I think he's going to play.
I don't know. I think he plays Thursday. If he does play, he plays Thursday. They were aiming for a Thanksgiving comeback. I'd be shocked if he plays Sunday, and I would definitely be tuned in if he actually shows up on Sunday. And I am going to have to also start him on Sunday should he be ready to go. Because, it's Joe Burrow. Tough matchup, tough defense, but it's Joe Burrow. So if they say he's ready, hey, get those reps.
The hashtag reps, baby.
Get those hashtag reps, bro.
Hashtag reps.
I think we pretty much covered everything that needs to be covered.
Yeah, man.
Sir.
Nice pod. Great thorough breakdown of the week. Of course, fantasy implications are going to continue for the next 2 weeks. The waiver wire for the next 2 weeks is whatever scraps are left on there that you could potentially carry into your playoff tournaments and set yourself up for success.
Tournaments.
You got no bye weeks next week. You got 4 teams out this week, none next week, but the bye weeks will be back week 14, and I believe it's 4 teams, and there's some pretty good ones on that list, and it's also going to be the final week for most fantasy leagues. So, we'll be back recapping everything, breaking down everything.
Next week we won't be on. Turkey Day is Thursday, yeah. Unless you're going to do a Sports Minute talk next Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that's right. I could do that. I could definitely do that. I have the time. Gotta look at how my schedule's looking for the week. But either way, I'll figure something out. I was thinking about doing something like that on Sunday.
If not, maybe next Sunday, the 29th, is it? Or is that the 30th?
After Thanksgiving, 28th.
Let me see
No.
something.
No.
Yeah, the 30th. Maybe you guys could do a
30th.
sick picks 30th.
30th.
Okay. Maybe, yeah.
So we won't have an On the Money Sports podcast next Wednesday, but the possibility of having a sick picks next on the 30th will be there.
Okay.
We'll be back.
And hopefully that same day we'll have Alexi and Mikey in the same room.
So since that being said, I hope everybody
see.
enjoys their holiday. You know, happy Turkey Day to everybody out there. Happy
Also, we
Thanksgiving.
won't. Yeah. So we won't be live next week.
No.
Oh yeah, man.
I
Happy
got things
Thanksgiving, everybody.
I got
man.
things I have to do with the family.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, of course.
All
Yeah,
right.
but happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for everybody who
Absolutely.
tuned in today, and make sure you guys
Happy
stay tuned
Turkey
in the
Day,
next
guys.
couple weeks, man.
We'll be on hiatus on holiday, and we will be back in action to break down what will be the final week of the fantasy season for most leagues as we gear up for the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, there's only 3 weeks left.
Yeah, we'll be talking week
4
14.
weeks in Elite 8.
Yeah, we'll be talking week 14. Thank God for that extra week. It's just nice, you know. It's nice. It's deserved. But yeah, man. Everybody be blessed out there. Enjoy your holiday, and we'll be back before you know it, man. Take
All
it
right,
easy.
guys. See you next week. And last but not